Hello, my name is Michael Johnston. Today we'll be talking about working over the internet during the coronavirus pandemic. I worked over the internet during the coronavirus pandemic.
Hello, Michael。
嘿，
好了，我准备让那个小朋友们让他进来了哈。
好的。那
对，好，
这个 share 这个分享，我要结束吗？这样
不用结束啊，你就不用结束啊。你
啊，
愿意，如果先跟他做一个认识介绍都可以啊。
好吧，好的。
或者你不用分享，直接打开也可以，直接共享也可以。然后我刚才又问了一下他的具体情况，他的
嗯，
英语确实会非常非常好，所以你可以就是
喂，
就是一些教学的内容难度尽量可以稍微高一点。
好吧。
OK。
嗯
OK，那我让他进来了哈，
好的。
你可以先共享。
嗯。
我已经发给他了，应该马上就进来。
好的。Hello. I can't hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Barely. Can you turn up your volume? Hello.
It's okay now?
Yeah. You're a little bit quiet. Maybe you could turn up your volume? My volume is already at maximum.
Turn my volume down to fast, yeah.
Oh, okay. Are you... So who are you? Are you my student?
I said yes.
Okay, so you're going to be... Are you going to be my student this evening? I'm Michael. What's your name?
And Candy.
Candy, okay. So are you... You're not the... Are you the mother of my student, or are you my student?
I'm your student.
Oh, okay. Not... Okay. My boss said that I would be speaking with your mother, but that's okay. So, it's nice to meet you. I'm Michael Johnston. I'm from the United States. I'm 39 years old, and I'm a teacher. So, please tell me about yourself.
My name is Candy, and I'm 35. In the free time, I like to play the piano and read some music books, like Alice in Wonderland, The Blue Dinosaur, and that. But Alice in Wonderland is my favorite book, and I have watched a film. It's handmade by Disney Company. You know that?
Oh, okay. That's great. So you like Alice in Wonderland? Okay. So did you read the original Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, or did you read a different Alice in Wonderland?
I think it's original Alice in Wonderland.
Your English... Oh, go. I'm sorry?
But I'm not sure.
Okay. Alice in Wonderland is a very famous story, so there are many renditions of that story. But your English must be very good if you can read Alice in Wonderland. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you. How old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
11. Okay. And where are you from?
Oh, I come from Beijing.
Beijing. Okay, great. Well, today we're going to learn about... Hold on 1 second. I want to log out of this. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me get out of this. It's terrible. Okay, well, hold on 1 second. Okay. So, now, let's begin. I'm going to show you a little slideshow. Okay, and we can watch the slideshow together. So first, let's look at this picture. Can you see the picture?
Yes.
Okay, what do you see?
I can see many coronavirus.
Right, some viruses. So what do you know about viruses?
I know virus is a bad disease.
Right, it's a bad disease. It's a pathogen. Pathogen. Right, a pathogen means a... What's this do? Okay. Pathogen. Here, let me write the word. Can you see the word? I'm trying to write it for you. I've never used this technology before, so please forgive me. I'll write a word. Pathogen. Pathogen. Pathogen means something that transmits disease. It spreads disease. So, pathogen. So, one kind of pathogen is a virus.
And it can spread all over the world.
Right, it can spread all over the world. Virus, bacteria, that's another kind of pathogen.
But I think bacteria is more better. It's better than virus.
I think you're right. I think bacteria are better. They're less deadly. Another one, fungus. Fungus can sometimes be a pathogen. And of course, poison. Like
Poison, it is human made.
right, poison is made by people. Poison is a chemical.
Yeah.
So
Blood or something like that.
right. So now we're going to watch a short video about the coronavirus. So let's listen to the video.
Coronaviruses are a family of viruses that cause sicknesses like the common cold, as well as more severe diseases such as Middle East Respiratory Syndrome or Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome. A novel coronavirus is a new strain, one that has not previously been recognized in humans. Coronaviruses cause diseases in mammals and birds. A zoonotic virus is one that is transmitted between animals and people. When a virus circulating in animal populations infects people, this is termed a spillover event. It is speculated that the 2019 novel coronavirus, or COVID-19, originated in bats and was transmitted to humans, possibly with pangolins as an intermediate host. Unfortunately, COVID-19 is now spreading from human to human as well. COVID-19 has surpassed the SARS death toll in a matter of weeks. Even though the death rate is much lower, it spreads faster. Early data suggests that in around 82% of cases, symptoms are relatively mild. The illness begins and ends in the lungs. However, the remainder of cases are severe or critical, typically in older or immunocompromised individuals. How does COVID-19 affect the body? The virus is fitted with protein spikes sticking out of the envelope that forms the surface and houses a core of genetic material. Any virus that enters your body looks for cells with compatible receptors, ones that allow it to invade the cell. Once they find the right cell, they enter and use the cell's replication machinery to create copies of themselves. It is likely that COVID-19 uses the same receptor as SARS, found in both lungs and small intestines. It is thought that COVID-19 shares many similarities with SARS, which has 3 phases of attack: viral replication, hyperreactivity of the immune system, and finally pulmonary destruction. Early on in infection, the coronavirus invades 2 types of cells in the lungs: mucus and cilia cells. Mucus keeps your lungs from drying out and protects them from pathogens. Cilia beat the mucus towards the exterior of your body, clearing debris, including viruses, out of your lungs. Cilia cells are the preferred hosts of SARS-CoV and are likely the preferred hosts of the new coronavirus. When these cells die, they slough off into your airways, filling them with debris and fluid. Symptoms include a fever, cough, and breathing difficulties. Many of those infected get pneumonia in both their lungs. Enter the immune system. Immune cells recognize the virus and flood into the lungs. The lung tissue becomes inflamed. During normal immune function, the inflammatory process is highly regulated and is confined to infected areas. However, sometimes the immune system overreacts, and this results in damage to healthy tissue. More cells die and slough off into the lungs, further clogging them and worsening the pneumonia. As damage to the lungs increases, stage 3 begins, potentially resulting in respiratory failure. Patients that reach this stage of infection can incur permanent lung damage or even die. We see the same lesions in the lungs of those infected by the novel coronavirus as those with SARS. SARS creates holes in the lungs, so they look honeycomb-like. This is probably due to the aforementioned overreactive immune response, which affects both healthy and infected tissue, and creates scars that stiffen the lungs. As such, some patients may require ventilators to aid breathing. The inflammation also results in more permeable alveoli. Alveoli are the location of the thin interface of gas exchange, where your lungs replace carbon dioxide in your blood with fresh oxygen you just inhaled. Increased permeability causes fluid to leak into the lungs. This decreases the lungs' ability to oxygenate blood, and in severe cases, floods them so that you become unable to breathe. Sometimes this can be fatal. The immune system's overreaction can also cause another kind of damage. Proteins called cytokines are the immune system's alarm system, recruiting immune cells to the infection site. Overproduction of cytokines can result in a cytokine storm, where there is large-scale inflammation in the body. Blood vessels become more permeable and fluid seeps out. This makes it difficult for blood and oxygen to reach the rest of the body, and can result in multi-organ failure. This has happened in the most severe cases of COVID-19. Although there are no specific treatments for coronaviruses, symptoms can be treated through supportive care. Also, vaccines are currently in development. So, what can you do to protect yourself from COVID-19? Advisories vary in different countries, but the basic protocol comes down to regular hand washing, avoiding close contact with anyone coughing or sneezing, avoiding unnecessary contact with animals, washing hands after contact with animals, thoroughly cooking meat and eggs prior to consumption, and covering your mouth and nose while coughing or sneezing. Respiratory viruses are typically transmitted via droplets in sneezes or coughs of those infected, so preventing their travel stops the spread of disease.
Coming soon. Should you wear a mask? And if so, what kind? Thanks for liking and subscribing. We love getting your comments.
Okay, would you like to watch the video again, or do you understand?
I understand.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you some questions about the video. So, what kind of virus is the coronavirus?
COVID-19, is that?
Right, COVID-19 is a coronavirus. Okay. How does the coronavirus infect cells?
I think is the first result is a chicken or a bat. I think the bat, and the bat transmitted the virus to the human, and then humans. I think, but I'm not sure.
Well, that was very good, very good. That's where the origin of the virus was in bats, and the bat had a coronavirus and gave the coronavirus to a person, probably through a pangolin, one of those weird animals that kind of looks like an armadillo.
And human can through coughing or sneezing transmit the virus to another.
That's right. Humans can transmit the virus to other people. But as you see right here, how does COVID-19 affect the body, right? So here's the virus, right? So the virus has a shell, and the shell has these little protein spikes or keys, and inside of the virus is the DNA or RNA, the genetic material, right? And then when the virus has this little key, the key will plug into the receptor on a cell, and it will go inside the cell and put its DNA in the cell, and then the cell will start making more viruses. And that's how all viruses work. Every virus works that way. The only thing that's different from one virus to another is which cell it will infect. So what kind of cell will the COVID virus infect?
It's that.
Right. So the COVID virus will infect the cell. So here's the key. Here's the happy little cell. And it puts the key in the lock and goes inside the cell. And the cell... Right, the cell will stop being a normal cell, a healthy cell, and will instead become a factory to make more viruses. So we know that the COVID virus will infect, it infects the alveoli of the lungs. Hold on, where did it go? There it goes. So coronavirus invades two types of cells in the lungs, right? It invades the mucus-producing or goblet cells, which are these purple cells, and it also invades the ciliate cells, right? So these are the cells in our lungs that let us breathe. And the COVID will go inside of these cells.
To destroy your respirators.
That's right. So it's actually the same as every flu virus that's ever existed. They all do this. The flu viruses and cold viruses, this is what they do. But because it's a new one, nobody's immune to it, so it's very acute. So what do these cells do? So what do the ciliated cells do? These ones with the little hairs.
It can make our body more healthy.
That's true. They do make our body more healthy, but
And defend the virus.
Okay, it can do that, but do you remember what the video said specifically about the ciliated cells? Let's listen to the video one more time. Let me just back up.
The coronavirus invades two types of cells in the lungs, mucus and cilia cells. Mucus keeps your lungs from drying out and protects them from pathogens. Cilia beat the mucus towards the exterior of your body, clearing debris, including viruses, out of your lungs. Cilia cells are the preferred hosts of SARS-CoV and are likely the preferred hosts of the new coronavirus.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit. So there are two types of cells that the COVID virus likes. What cells does the COVID virus like to infect?
Infect bats, animals, and humans.
It infects humans and animals, that's true, but what cells? It likes the goblet or mucus cells and the ciliated cells.
Ciliated cells.
Right, very good. So let's look at some other things about how does coronavirus affect us? How does coronavirus affect us?
Affects people one by one.
Very good. It affects people one by one because it will move from one person to another. But what are the symptoms? What does it do?
The symptoms are fever, cough, and
It's like cough and bankruptcy. Right. Do you know what this? What does bankruptcy mean?
Maybe it's like a headache.
It doesn't mean headache. Bankruptcy means that you don't have any money because you're sick and you have to spend a lot of money to go see the doctor, and now you don't have any money. That's called bankruptcy. In my country, many people have bankruptcy because they go to the hospital when they're sick. But cough and sneeze. So, do you know anybody who has the coronavirus?
I don't know.
Okay, good. Me neither. Were you ever sick before?
Yes, but I think it's not because of coronavirus.
It's probably for a different reason. When you were sick before, what symptoms did you have?
I have a sneeze, cough, and high temperature.
I've had that before too, high temperature and cough. So when you were sick, what did you do to protect yourself? What did you do when you
We will take some medicine
take?
and lay in the sofa and drink more water.
That's right. Drink water, take medicine, rest, lie on the sofa. I like to be sick. Okay, so what can you do to prevent the coronavirus?
I think we can prevent COVID-19 virus washing hands.
That's right, washing hands. Washing hands will help us prevent the COVID virus.
And avoid. I think avoid animals.
Avoid animals. Very good.
Avoid somebody sneezing or coughing.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. How do you get out of this? Oops. What's happening? Uh-oh. Whoopsie. Hold on. My thing just died. I have to go back inside of it now. Hold on. Malfunction. Okay, here we go. So we know that the word prevent, I think this is, hold on. Okay, can you see this? You can't see it, can you? Where did you go? Okay, hold on 1 sec. There we go. And we want this, and share. Okay, can you see the thing now? Let's go. Okay, good. Sorry about that. Not a computer guy. What can you do to prevent? Prevent. Okay, so these are the 3 things we can do to prevent COVID, right? So what can we do? We can. What's this?
We can cover our face with masks.
That's right, masks. What's this on top of her head? Do you see this on top of her head?
It's like a cap.
That's right, a cap, a hairnet. What about this? What is this person doing?
She is washing the hands.
Very good. And how about over here? What's happening here in this picture?
And I can see it's okay. I think they are eating the same food.
That's right. So what does this red circle with a line through it mean?
It means you can't do that.
Right.
And it's forbidden.
Forbidden, right. Don't do that. So don't eat with a bunch of people. Don't be together with lots of people, right? So
have dinner together.
Right. Don't eat dinner together with many people. So, what can our community do to prevent COVID-19?
I think our president can let all over the world people just stay at home and read some books.
Okay, good. Right. So the president can let people all over the world stay at home and read books and not go outside. Right. Okay. Can you think of anything else? What else can we do in our community? What does this word mean, community?
It's like a country. Or it's little than country.
It's smaller than a country, sure. Well, a country is a community, but not all communities are countries. So a community means many people who live together and are friends or are neighbors. So you live in a community, right?
Yeah.
社区 is a community, right? A country is a community. Province, right? School is a community. So when we have many friends together, that's a community. So what can a community do to prevent COVID-19?
To cover our face with mask.
Okay, cover our face with masks. What about helping our... Yes? I think we can also help our friends, right? If we see our friends are sick, we can help them.
Yes.
And we can tell the police if somebody needs help.
And to devote some masks.
Right, and do that with the mask. What's happening in this picture? What's happening?
The man is taking the temperature of the woman.
That's right, the man is taking the temperature of the woman. Very good. Why is it important to take the temperature of the woman?
Because fever is a how to say, I think it's a most popular disease affected by the virus. And if someone has a fever, I think it's a bad thing, and or maybe she or he has this virus.
That's right. So if you have a fever, right, that's a symptom of the virus. So you should check for that symptom. Are there any other symptoms?
Cough.
Cough, that's right, cough. Fever.
Sneeze.
Right. And what? You can't breathe, right. Do you know what the word asymptomatic means?
I don't know.
So symptom means something.
I know symptom.
Right, you know symptom.
I don't know what's
Okay, good. So symptom, what part of speech is symptom? Is it a verb, a noun, an adjective, or an adverb?
I think it's a noun.
That's right, it's a noun. So if we want to make the word symptom into an adjective, how do we do that? So
adjective.
Right, so symptom is a noun, right?
Yes.
So what about adjective? 形容词, right? How do we make it? We say symptomatic. Symptomatic is an adjective, right?
Yeah.
If you have a symptom, you can say you are symptomatic.
Yes, symptomatic.
Right. So what about not symptomatic? The opposite. We say asymptomatic. Asymptomatic means you don't have a symptom. Right. Asymptomatic. Let me write it for you. If I can
I
find.
know that.
Oh, okay.
It's just I two letters UN.
Right. So you just say asymptomatic. Asymptomatic means you have no symptoms. Asymptomatic. Right? asymptomatic. Asymptomatic is an adjective. It means no symptoms. No symptom.
Oh, no.
Okay. So if you are asymptomatic, are you sick?
I'm sick.
Well, it's very scary.
I'm not sick.
Well, actually, it can be very scary because sometimes you will be sick. Although you are sick, you can be asymptomatic. So maybe you have no symptoms, but you still have the virus. It's very scary. So you can have the virus but not be sick. And then you'll give the virus to others, and they will be sick. So it's very dangerous. So there's that. Uh-oh. What's this? What's happening?
I think he sprays some medicine that can destroy that virus.
Right. He's sanitizing the area. Sanitize.
Sometimes.
It means he will make it clean. Sanitize. So, sanitize is a verb. It means make it clean. Verb. Do you sanitize your house?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, right. So I have to sanitize my bathroom, right? When I clean my bathroom, I use some soap. Or when I eat some food. When I finish, I have to clean the dishes, right? Sanitize the dishes. There's no disease.
And we can use alcohol and to rub some things.
That's right, alcohol. Alcohol can sanitize. What else? Vinegar.
Vinegar.
Vinegar is good for sanitizing things. What about this? Contactless distribution. What does that mean?
Contactless distribution. I think it's a no.
Yes, it is. It is a noun. Well, it's two words. One is a noun, one is an adjective. What does this word mean? Contact.
It's like communicate with others.
Communicate or means, oh, look at this. What does this say? Can you read this? And this little picture. Can you see the picture? Hello? Uh-oh.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah. So
It means not to touch anything.
that's right. That's what this word means. Contactless distribution is the same meaning. It's the same. Contactless distribution. So how about in your community in Beijing? Do you have contactless distribution?
Maybe. But I'm not sure. And I haven't go outside before.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
haven't gone.
do people come to your house and give you things?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Well, how about this? What does this say?
The fever department.
That's right, the fever clinic, the fever department. So if you have a fever, you can go to this fever department, right?
Yeah.
It's very good because it can keep us safe. So what can the government do to prevent COVID-19?
We can prevent people to go outside.
That's right, the government can prevent people to go outside. What do we call that? We call that quarantine.
Quarantine.
Right, quarantine. Quarantine. So quarantine means you make people stay inside, separate from everybody else, right? Quarantine. Another word is lockdown. Lockdown means everybody stays inside. Right? Quarantine. Lockdown. So quarantine means like, okay, you have to, if you are sick, you will go to another house. You'll go to a hotel.
And you can't contact with anyone.
That's right. No contact with anybody. That's called quarantine. Lockdown means everybody is quarantined. Everyone. So the whole community must stay in their house, cannot go outside. It's called lockdown. Do you know anybody who's quarantined?
I don't know any.
In America, in my country, if you go to America, you will be quarantined for 2 weeks. And you have to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks. It's boring. Live in a hotel.
Well, we can do play with tablet and mobile phone.
We can do that, yeah, but it gets really boring because you can't go outside. Uh-oh. So, can you read what this says?
China kept its supermarkets stocked as a coronavirus brand.
Right. So, what is this about?
And among other tactics, China relied on mandates from central authorities against hoarding and
Profiteering, right. So there's a lot of strange words. So how China kept supermarkets. What's a supermarket?
It's like a shop, but there are more things and more available than the shop.
That's right. And then what does this word mean? Stocked. What does stocked mean?
Stock like to put when you go to the supermarket.
That doesn't mean prevent you go to the supermarket. It means stocked means the supermarket has many things to sell you.
Lost, and
Right.
you can buy anything.
Right. So the stocked means, so stocked here is a verbal adjective. So stock means you put something in the supermarket so you can sell it to somebody.
Oh,
What about this word, tactic? What does tactic mean?
it's like a country.
It's not a country. Tactic means like a plan or a policy. Like a plan, right? It means like 政策, tactic, right? It has a tactic.
Tactic.
Right. So they want to do what? They have mandate. Okay. What about this word, against? What does against mean?
It's like to fight with somebody.
Fight.
Or I think it's fight.
That's right. That's exactly right. So what do they fight? They fight two things, hoarding and profiteering. What do those words mean?
I think profiteering that to get benefit from other things.
Sort of, right. So profiteering is when you get an unfair benefit. So let's look at this word, hoarding. What does hoarding mean? So do you see this? I have something, right? So if I am afraid that there's not enough, I will buy so much, buy everything, buy all, okay? I buy all the water. I buy all the water in the store. Nobody can buy water because I have all of the water. I bought all of it. That's called hoarding. Okay, so I buy one, I buy two, I buy all. Then other people can't buy it. It's not fair. Okay, now I have everything, so I will give it to you. I will sell to you, but you have to pay me 3 times. Okay, when I bought this water, it was 1 RMB. I will give it to you. You have to pay me 10 RMB. It's not fair. That's called profiteering. Okay, I will profiteer. It's not fair. Okay, do you understand profiteering?
Yeah.
So the Chinese government wants to protect people, so they do what? They fight hoarding. So one person buys everything, and they try to stop what? Profiteering. So I buy everything and I will sell it at a very high price. It's not fair. Right? So do you understand what is the word? Do you understand hoarding?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, good. So let's take a look. Oh, what are these things? Can you read these things?
Centers for disease
Control.
control and prevention.
Right. So this is part of the USA. What's this?
The World Health Organization.
Right. They're much better than the CDC. What's this?
This is China Information System for Disease Control and Prevention.
Right. So these things are very important, right?
Yes.
They help us. What do these things do? How do they help us?
I don't understand. I had never seen that.
Okay, well, what about this? China Information System for Disease Control.
I understand that.
Right.
It's how to prevent you from disease.
That's right. So it's part of the Chinese government. And the World Health Organization, they try to help the world, right?
Yes.
And the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, they're part of the American government, and they do what? It's the same thing as China, right?
Yes.
Okay. Uh-oh. What's this?
A person who wears protective suit and gloves and mask.
That's right. It's a mask, and he wears a protective suit. And what's this? What's this animal?
This is a bat.
It's a bat. So why does the bat have a red circle?
Maybe it means you can touch that bat
That's right. You can't touch the bat. Why not?
because it can spread the virus all over.
That's right. It can spread the virus all over the world.
And
Uh-oh.
bring worldwide disease.
What's happening here? What are they doing?
I think they're eating bat.
Maybe they're eating the bat, right? So the coronavirus happened because somebody ate a bat, right? Or he had a bat. It's his livestock for a long time. So have you ever eaten a bat?
No, it's so scary.
Yeah, I've never eaten one either. I wonder what it tastes like. So bats, are you afraid of bats?
Yes, because they can eat you.
Well, they can't really eat you. They can bite you. Some of them. Some bats just eat fruit. They don't eat people. Most of them eat bugs. But there's something called a vampire bat. Do you know vampire bat?
I don't know.
Okay, vampire bat will drink your blood. It's a real bat. Yeah. It lives in America. Mostly it lives in America. And I think parts of Mexico and Canada, but mostly the USA, the vampire bat. It's a kind of bat. It drinks your blood.
It's like a big mosquito.
It's right. It's exactly right. It's like a big mosquito. It's like a bat, but it's like a big mosquito. So what does this say? Our government, can you read this sentence?
Government can strengthen the research on infectious diseases and vaccine.
Good. What's this? What does the word vaccine mean?
Vaccine? I think it's another disease.
It's not a disease. A vaccine.
I think I know now. I think it's a man-made medicine can prevent you from disease.
That's right. Go on. It's a man-made medicine that can protect you from diseases. So, vaccine. What? How do you make a vaccine? Do you know how to make a vaccine?
I don't know, but I can go to the hospital and get it.
That's right. So vaccines are for what? They're for virus. The virus. Right? If you have a virus, you can make a vaccine, right?
Yeah.
What about bacteria? Can you make a vaccine for bacteria?
Maybe can.
No, you can't. A vaccine is only for viruses. It can only cure a viral infection. You have a virus, and the vaccine will stop the virus because the virus is weak. So, if you have a virus and your body fights the virus and you become healthy, then I can use your blood to make other people healthy. That's called a vaccine.
Vaccine.
Right. But it only works with viruses. Other pathogens, like bacteria and fungus, that they don't have a vaccine. Only viruses do. Well, that's it. Okay. So, what did we learn today about the coronavirus?
We learn how to prevent that virus and other vocabulary.
Do you remember some of the vocabulary we learned?
The rest.
Virus, that's right. So let's take a look. Hold on. Hold on. Here it is. Here we go. So we learned some words today. Virus. Okay, vaccine. Pathogen. Bacteria. Fungus. What else did we learn?
Body.
What's that? Oh, quarantine. Very good. Quarantine, lockdown. Right. So these are some of the words we learned. Right. Okay. Well, it was very nice meeting you.
It's very nice to meet you too.
Okay. Well, Candy, thank you for talking to me. I hope you have a good day. And before you go, there's one more thing. I want you to, let's go over here. So we can go and you can read about the, hold on, here we go. So, do you know this person? Here, let's listen.
To bend the curve in the state of California. And in order to do that, we need to recognize the reality. The fact is, the experience we're having on the ground throughout the state of California, the experience that's manifesting all across the United States, and for that matter, around the rest of the world, require us to adjust our thinking and to adjust our activities. A state as large as ours, a nation state, is many parts, but at the end of the day, we're one body. There's a mutuality and there's a recognition of our interdependence that requires of this moment that we direct a statewide order for people to stay at home. I want folks to know that we've lost a lot of volunteers that, simply are concerned and understandably are staying at home. And our food banks and others that have relied on volunteers and the community spirit need a little support. And so we're going to provide that support. This shouldn't be alarming. It's humanitarian only, but we'll send out about 500 of our extraordinary leaders in the National Guard to help with the distribution and the food. Again, just purely humanitarian.
Okay, so, all right, so that was, okay, so that was this person, Gavin Newsom. Yeah, he's the California governor. He's the president, but for California. Okay, do you know California?
Yes, I know.
Right.
It's a place in America.
It's a place in America. So America has 50 states. California is one of those states, and he's the leader of California. We call him the governor. So, yeah. So that's the governor. So you can learn more about the governor, and you should do some research about California for your homework.
Oh.
Great. Okay, Candy, it was so nice to meet you. I guess I'll see you later. Okay.
Have a good time.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Get out of this. Okay. Leave meeting. There we go.
And that's it. Thank you for tuning in.